Hi Cancer, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your first half of the month reading for October 2019. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm now doing half month readings versus weekly readings. So I'll do the 1st through the 15th, and then I'll do the 15th through the end of the month. Okay? That will be for every month starting here on out. These readings will replace the weekly readings. This is a general read for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. General means it won't resonate with every one of you Cancer signs. So, do take the messages you can from the video and leave the rest. And despite all this talk about timing, this is meant to be a timeless read. Simply means if you've been brought to this video, there are messages here for you. So, give it a watch. If you want more messages than you find through this one video, do watch your Rising, Moon, and Venus sign videos. If not that, you can always order a personalized reading, which will be tailored direct to your energy. Cancer, if you happen to like the way I read, or the readings I provide, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I love having you here. I love doing these readings for you. I have 2 decks of cards because it's going to be much like last week. 2 rows. Top row is going to be your external environment, so what's going on around you, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot. Bottom row is going to be what's your frame of mind, what's going on inside of you. This is the Law of Attraction Tarot. Both have been meditated on, cut, prayed upon, and shuffled. I'm going to go ahead and pull your reading now. Thank you. So what's going on in Cancer's life? What's going on around them? What's happening? Okay. Okay. Happy events, which is coming true in terms of work or some sort of contract. Could be spiritual in nature, so awakening more spiritually. For many of you, this is a work improvement. Okay, so we're looking at, with the Tower, changes. I'm going to go ahead and pull the mental before I get started with the reading. What's going on in Cancer's mindset? What are they thinking about? Okay. You seem a bit nervous about advancement. Okay. Yeah, Hierophant comes out again in terms of work. So whatever forward movement you have here, you're feeling you're not feeling the best about it. You might be self-sabotaging yourself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do external environment bursts. We have the Tower as your general energy. So your focus is on the change. And you might be in a bit of a pause before this new start. Okay, because you're needing to shift your perspective some. And I see that here. You've got some negative thinking going on, some self-sabotage. Maybe you don't think you can do whatever this is. I feel like this is a job improvement, promotion, new job, and whatever that new start, maybe you got transferred to you've got a new title or a new department. Maybe you're in a place of leadership, or it's a new route, or it'll be different for different ones of you, and I think you wanted it. You might have been competing for others for it, but I don't know that you believed you'd actually get it, or maybe it's taken forever to get, but the Ace of Swords is something, it's a new start that's you've had to work very hard to get to. This is the hardest start to get, and it's the one to be most proud of if you do get to it. But you're in a state of pause before with this change because you got to work to change yourself. I really feel like there's a change in your environment in terms of work. And the focus is there. But also, I feel like this is needing to change your own self, your own way of thinking. So these physical cards are actually now tying into your mental state of mind and doing so quite nicely, I might add. Hangman always comes along before a big change. And the Tower is a huge change coming along with a brand new start here. I do feel this is, for many of you, it's work-related. Okay? Doesn't matter what kind of work. You could own your own business. You could work for other people. The Hierophant, for me, is just a work card. Okay? So you did beat out the competition. You did with the Nine of Cups. You won. And, you know, out over everybody else who had applied to have this job, position, whatever. And you won it. You wanted it. You got it. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, okay? So the Nine of Cups tells me that this is an emotionally fulfilling victory for you. That it's something you wanted and wished for. This change that's happening now. But, you know, it's also invoking anxiety within you, this change, because I feel like I'm hearing, I don't know if I can do this, where at one time you knew you could do it, or you wouldn't have even went there, you wouldn't have even applied for this position or been considered even a candidate. But obviously here we got the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is victory. You won. You've got the job, accolades here. And the Hierophant is all about work. Also being divinely guided, okay? It does speak to me about being on the right path for you. So I do feel like for many of you right now, you're meant to be working through these issues. And remember, growth in the right direction always promotes anxiety because you're leaving your comfort zone. But it doesn't mean you're in the wrong place or going in the wrong direction, Cancer. This growth is indeed indicative of moving forward in the right direction. I feel, especially with this Hierophant letting me know twice that you're right on the right path, karmically speaking. This is where you're meant to be, and you should be. And I feel like you are thrilled, but I feel when I'm looking down here at your mental state that you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're thinking, your state of mind is now not focused solely on how happy this event could be. You're more worried about not being good enough, or not being able to do it, or not being worthy of it. Okay, because I'm seeing a promotion, and your mind's on that promotion, on that advancement forward. So what do we got going on here? We got the Knight of Wands. So you are thinking about the actions taken, but you're doing so in a way that is almost toxic. Here we got a guy standing at a bar and he's looking down at his drink. Well, the card overall to me is one of negative thinking, or over-analyzing, or second-guessing, or self-doubting. He's obviously, clearly not in his right frame of mind from having this drink. He looks not very clear in his thinking. So I would have to say you're of two minds about this particular advancement. And it's not in a good way. I feel like you're not seeing things clearly, and that fear is winning out with you in terms of this promotion. Okay, so Nine of Cups is a wish come true. Hierophants with work or someplace, you know, a large institution or whatever place of business. And the Six of Wands speaks to me about accolades, victory, advancement forward, people noticing you now, being promoted. Sixes for me are very special. They indicate a connection to karmic lessons. So being on the right path, or it's something that's overdue for you, something you've been working on for a while. Okay, karmic lessons, growth, personal growth, because I feel this isn't only just you've gotten a work promotion or something going on at work that's changing your life. I feel this is also part of your spiritual journey in terms of spiritual growth, having to work through all the self-doubt and self-worth issues, okay, that are preventing you from moving forward and advancing as you should, or could be, should I say. We keep ourselves where we think we belong, when at the end of the day, maybe we're not aiming high enough. So mentally we have another 6. So 6s are big. This is a big life lesson for you. 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. So progression forward, which I see here. Movement forward in terms of this lesson and in terms of your career and work and your thoughts regarding your own capacity to do and handle whatever's been offered to you in life. And here it is, to do the work. So you have some toxic and negative thinking going on. You could be over-analyzing, self-doubting, as I mentioned here with this Knight. You're thinking about the actions taken. You're thinking about the event at hand. You're thinking about work. Work's on your mind. Okay? You're thinking about this promotion indicated here. And then I do feel like you're very nervous about this forward movement, which you've been divinely guided to get to. This feels very much like the Justice card to me. This is a judge on the front of this card, and he's holding the mallet. It's like this is absolutely a karmic lesson, Cancer. You've got to learn this in order to move forward. That's why you're in this pause with the Hangman. You have to learn to believe in yourself. You wouldn't have gotten where you're at if you couldn't handle it. And yeah, you're not going to be perfect. You're probably going to make lots of mistakes, but that's where we grow the most. And that, you know, when we learn those lessons from mistakes, we're always the proudest. So, progression with the 6 and 7. Pentacles indicates, you know, you're thinking about your structure. Your thoughts aren't clearly negative. In fact, they're not clear. You're not thinking clearly. You're bouncing back and forth. I'm feeling volatility here. Sevens indicate promotion upward. Here, you know, the chairs, they grow. We have a stool, wooden chair, low back, mid back, high back, executive chair. It indicates growth. So the other message here is there's growth in terms of your conscious way of thinking about yourself, or it's needed, or you're going to work on it because you're not seeing clearly. The other thing this card can indicate are your thoughts are on growth, or your promotion in terms of work. We got 2 Hierophants here. Definitely indicates to me the spiritual support's there. That they're there to give you guidance, your higher source and your angels. This can also be a boss or expert mentor, somebody in a position of leadership who offered you this position or gave you the job, the accolades, or the transfer, and they're on your mind as well. Also, this is a card of leadership. You could be thinking about a position of leadership that you've recently acquired, and you're very nervous about whether you're going to be able to fill those shoes. You're of two minds about this, and you're not thinking about it very clearly. You could be overanalyzing or self-sabotaging it. But overall, you're not thinking clearly about a change. These are your general energies. You're not thinking clearly about a change that's going on in terms of work. And you're really needing to shift your perspective, okay? Because you're of two minds right now about a new start, okay? Let me go ahead. Being that this is solely about work, I'm going to use the Life Purpose Oracle cards to see what messages come out here. What are some additional messages for Cancer? Excuse me, that totally knocked my cards out. Okay, what's an additional message for Cancer regarding their current situation? Additional message for Cancer. You gotta let go. Walk away from a situation in order to resolve it. So what I'm getting from this is letting go of your own self-doubts and worries. If you're hanging on to one job, but you've got a second job offer, let go of the other so you can move forward, even if you don't know if you're capable of handling it. I really feel, though, this is in terms of your own thoughts and emotions regarding whether or not you can handle. Okay? And then justice comes out again. So I felt justice here. You know, intuitive read of this is just Libra energy. You're being divinely guided. This could be a job that brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. But if that doesn't apply, really simply, I feel the Justice card is saying your judgments are playing out in your favor right now. So yeah, you got the position. You are favored at this time. And you're paying off or paid off karmic debt that allowed you to get where you're at. Okay? Cancer. I wouldn't doubt your capacity at this point, because you wouldn't have even gotten here had you not been capable of handling the work. Okay? So those are your messages. What a wowee reading. I like it. Congratulations if this is you I'm talking to get the promotion or the accolades, whatever, the new job. Congratulations. Comment below how this works out, how this plays out in your life. What's the big change? What's the victory at hand? What's going on at work? There's a wish come true. What's that about? What are you anxious about? Is it the promotion? Is it work? And where are you not seeing clearly? Where have you of two minds? Love to know. Comment below. And until next time, do take care of yourself. Love and light always. Namaste, Cancer.